Hey there, my friend. Let's go deeper with a question and have a self-connection, shall we? Here it is. If you believe it, does it make it true? Let me explain. You see, one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life is create space and time for people who don't agree with me. Because quite frankly, I really enjoy thinking I'm right. Like, a lot. You see, I find it so convenient, It allows me to feel smart and confident and sometimes even a little superior. And the part that I like the most about thinking I'm right is how it spills over into other parts of my life. Because if I'm right about this thing, I must be right about other things. I must be right about the way I approach my relationship, or about the people I've chosen to be friends with, or about the way that I cast my vote, or about the way that I deal with my clients, or the way I parent, and right about my belief that there's something a little off with Will Smith. Because on the flip side, not being right about all of these things would suck, right? I mean, it would mean I have to look at myself in the mirror and see things I don't want to see. It would mean I have to change or work harder or make sacrifices. And who the hell wants to do that? Well, in all honesty and all joking aside, I actually do want to do that. I mean, sure, it doesn't feel good, but I'd much rather be uncomfortable while growing than be comfortable while not. This reminds me of when I first started out as a professional speaker. I was in my early 20s and I was convinced that I was awesome. And then one day I decided to watch videos of myself. And I'm not going to lie, it was kind of painful. I mean, sure, there were some good moments, but there were so many areas that needed improving, and all I wanted to do was turn off the screen. But I knew that if I was going to, have the career that I wanted to have, that I had to keep watching and taking notes and making changes until I got there. But I wouldn't have gotten there if I thought that I was already there, if that was my belief. I was recently watching Jane Fonda receive a Lifetime Achievement Award, and during her speech, she spent a long time talking about all of the problems facing the world, ranging from climate change all the way to what she saw as the current political disaster happening in the United States. And while she talked, I couldn't help but notice just how confident she was in her opinion. I mean, never once did she say, "This is what I think is happening in the world," but instead, she said, "This is what I know is happening," to the point where I honestly believe she would think you were crazy if you didn't agree with her. And look, I do think she wants to make the world a better place, but will she get there if she is convinced that she is right in the way that she sees the world? I mean, she aims to sway public opinion on important topics, right? Based on a truth she believes. But is it true? I mean, has she really taken the time to create space to listen to those who might see things differently than herself? I don't know. And if she did, could it potentially help her change the world in all the positive ways that she wants? Look, I can't say that I know the answer to that question, but what I do know is that no matter who you are, it's really hard listening to people who see things another way than ourselves. But what other path is there? I mean, if we really want to grow, to expand, or to become better versions of ourselves, I mean, truly, what is it? And why are we even here on this big bouncing ball in the middle of outer space in the first place? I mean, are we really here to just be right all of the time? Is our purpose to convince ourselves that we've done nothing but make the right decisions? I mean, are we here to believe things so much to the point where no other truth could possibly exist? Is there no area where maybe even you yourself could improve as a parent, or as a leader, or as a friend, or as a partner, or as a boss, or a coach? Look, we can believe anything we want, but that doesn't make it true. To me, believing something just because it makes us feel good, or because it buys us membership to a group, or because it gives us some sort of social credit, only chains us down to where we currently are. And if we are ever to rid ourselves of these chains, we have to trust that the truth will set us free.